Hello everyone, welcome back to Sepia Tears, the Reprise edition. Let's go ahead and continue. Oni-chan, look! We're finally here! And where were we going again? What? Feel free to browse, everyone. New customers are always appreciated. Nipa? Yes, you'll be amazed. We have an endless amounts of products. It's time. It's time. The Golden Land awaits us. Just so I'm clear. This is a store, right? Well, yes. Okay, just check. Maybe I'll catch up with you guys later. It looks a bit hectic in there. Not a moment after those words leave my mouth, the tide rises and Rin and Lucas are swept into the store. Well then. Planned on enjoying on an afternoon in the mall like an ordinary high schooler. But there's one key point I forgot to consider. There's nothing to do here. There's a reason I haven't set foot in the mall in half a year. My mind wanders before I know it. No points for guessing the culprit. Hair flowing in the breeze of a chilly December night. Scarlet ribbon flashing against the black sky. They replay in my mind like an old film reel, frozen in time. I can't stop thinking about her and I don't know why. Should I go back to school to see her tonight? Not like she'll be there, but it's the strangest thing. She's a relic, like a childhood friend that I no longer recognize. That would be an obvious enough explanation, but most long-lost childhood friends are less angelic or ghostly. The entire premise is ridiculous anyway. A girl appearing out of nowhere, to me, of all people, claiming to be an acquaintance from long ago, as if we shared some sort of precious memory together that I conveniently forgot. This has cheesy love story written all over it. But that's crap, to put it bluntly. All she needs is a tragic backstory, and she'll be a character out of one of Lucas's games. Yet, if I really believe that, why do I have to convince myself? No. I should stick to the facts. Keep it simple. Could she be an old neighborhood friend? No, that's unlikely. I didn't have many friends growing up, and I haven't lost touch with the few close friends I did have. She might have been a previous classmate, but there's no way I'd forget someone as striking as her. But who else would know what school I go to and the route I take home, if not friends then? Fam? Now that's a thought. She could just be a distant relative, coming back after years of absence and playing a cruel prank on her half-cousin or whatever I am. But then why don't I remember her? Damn it. This is just leading me in circles. I wonder if I'm just overthinking this whole thing. But that can't be. You can't overthink a girl who knows your name and your past, teleports to and from school, and jumps off of rooftops without dying. I'm just rationalizing, aren't I? A gust of cold breeze strikes my cheek. I look up and find myself outside. Daydreams are a powerful thing. The air cools my lungs with every breath. It's refreshing in its own way. We only had lunch a few hours ago, but the sun is already starting to set. Refreshed, I decide to take the scenic route back to the mall entrance. Did I just spot a UFO? Bigfoot? Oh, no, sorry. It's just daydreaming Lillian.
Hi! Strange to see you on Saturday. Shopping with Rin?
She blurts out a barrage of words. I might regret asking this, but what were you thinking about just now?
Nothing you need to worry about.
She tries to glare angrily at me, but I can't quite say that it's working. It wouldn't happen to have much to do with that shopping bag on the bench next to you.
Of course not.
Anyway, what are you doing out here? This isn't exactly weather for lounging.
It's not weather for strolling either.
You know what? Fair point, Lillian. Fair point. You're as sharp as ever.
Me? Sharp? I'm not like this around everyone. What? Is there something on my face?
No, it's just...
See, I still get embarrassed all the time. I'm only sharper on our group, but I can manage it.
Being around friends must put you at ease.
Yes, it's relaxing. You always give off a non-threatening aura, Mark.
Non-threatening.
You're the most harmless guy I've ever met. It's really quite shocking. It's not even a question about whether you'd hurt a fly. You wouldn't hurt a dust mite. You wouldn't hurt a single-celled organism, if you could find one.
Okay, I get it. The dead horse has been beaten.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make fun of you. Was I making fun of you? Was I mean? I really can't tell.
I laugh a resigned laugh. Don't worry about it. I know what you meant.
As long as you understand.
Anyway, let's go for a walk. Rin and Lucas are inside, but they'll be shopping for a while.
Sure.
I look away unconsciously as my stomach flips itself over.
I can't believe I sat there for so long. It's cold.
No kidding. Rin and I almost died this morning.
What?
Funny story actually. I tried to study Lucas's house, but Rin knocked me unconscious, and we ended up playing video games instead.
Sounds like a normal day for you three.
I'm glad you're no longer surprised by any of this.
There was a learning curve, but I know what to expect now. In middle school, my friends didn't do much outside of school. Or maybe I just wasn't very close to them. Actually, that's more likely, isn't it?
Hey, there's no use in crying over spilled friendship. I fidget with whatever I can find in my pocket. You're here now, and I hope you like it here.
Thanks, Mark. You really are nice.
And harmless?
Yep.
God damn it. That aside, you're all ready for midterms, I take it?
Well, I spend about half an hour a day studying, so there's no need to worry about tests. Schoolwork is easy once you study regularly.
I know what she's going to say before she even says it.
Didn't you say you're going to study with Lucas today?
Yeah, that was the plan.
And plan failed, so what's the backup plan?
Improvise. Wait, let me explain. You see, some people are born hardworking, and others aren't. I happen to fall into the latter category.
That's your explanation?
She shouts and hits me on the head. Literally.
You know, if you don't work hard now, you'll never get into good university. And if you don't do that, you'll never get a good job. Then you'll never make good money. Doesn't this bother you even a little?
Maybe just a little. It really doesn't bother me at all.
What would happen if I weren't here to keep you on your toes like this?
I'd probably be sleeping on the roof at school and playing video games at home.
You'd probably sneak onto the roof at school to nap your classes away, and waste your time at home on games. That's what you'd be doing.
You got me.
Honestly, you'd be helpless without me.
Then it's a good thing I have you around. Silence. The crowd, the traffic, the constant droning of nature, they all disappear.
If you really want to repay me, all you have to do is take care of yourself.
Right. I take in a sharp breath of cold air, just what I need to cool my cheeks.
You should come over. Anytime this week is fine. You can come over and I'll help you review.
Oh,
Sure.
that would help.
That's fine with you, right?
Yeah. My voice vanishes in a puff of condensation as the sun strikes my eyes. End.
Hang on. I shouldn't lie to you. I'm not only asking you over to study.
I open my mouth, but nothing comes out. It's just like it was with Myra. Constraining, suffocating, dizzying.
There's something that I need to tell you. You don't mind, right?
No, I mean,
Or maybe I shouldn't. It'll make things more complicated.
It's okay. I'll listen. I squint in the sunset. I hear her, silently. Are you sure? Won't this be a burden on you? Am I making the right choice? Are you sure you're ready to face your past? But in the end, it's probably just the sound of my own monologue.
Thank you, Mark.
Her words turn to condensation before I can hear them.
I think I might really need your help.
I'll protect you no matter what. That line crosses my mind, but of course I could never bring myself to say it. I'll do what I can to help. As if it were all nothing more than a daydream, she steps toward me and the world starts spinning again.
I'm still not sure what I'll do, but I'd appreciate it if you could come over. Even if it's only as a favor.
Don't worry about it. Besides, I always owe you favors, don't I? We parted ways after that, and I found myself at a nearby park. I mentally whine about the weather as I kick at the frozen dirt. Nothing happened. Nothing at all. I talked to a friend about schoolwork and she invited me over to study. And why? Why her? And why not her?
Ouch.
A bruise materializes on one of my knuckles after I punch the bench. Unsurprisingly. Screw it. This is a waste of time. I try to push myself off the bench. But
Leaving already?
that voice. I should be surprised, but somehow it feels like the most natural thing in the world. Myra, what are you doing here?
I could ask the same of you, but I won't, so let's drop the subject.
Her smile is a few times more soothing than a punch to the bench. Actually, now that she's here, maybe I can get some information out of her. You know, I forgot to ask.
It's a nice evening, don't you think?
The weather. Again. I guess I can't deny that.
I'm glad you agree. Shall we go for a walk?
Well played, Myra. You're good at changing the subject. But you're not teleporting out of here this time.
So, have you read any good books lately?
I wonder why she didn't seem this cheerful when we first met. Sorry to change the subject, but are we lost? We wandered around the park for a bit, but the trees seemed to have closed in around us.
Now that you mention it.
You gotta be kidding me.
So, have you read any good books lately?
You gotta be kidding me.
Kidding? You mean you didn't like anything that came out this year?
She can't be that dense, can she? I'm not really into modern literature.
Ah, so you prefer the classics then?
She beams at me innocently. I almost let out a sigh. No, I meant I'm not into reading in general. Sorry.
Oh, what about movies? Movies are worth too.
Well, let's see. There was that horror movie with the zombies. What was it called again?
That's not very specific.
Oh, I saw the one with the Spartans. That was pretty cool. She lifts her foot as if to kick me into an abyss.
Well, if you're ever bored, you can borrow stuff from me anytime. My father pretty much has an entire library in our basement.
Oh, that's right.
So, you're interested?
More importantly, your father.
Huh? You're interested in my father?
No, not that. I mean, your father. Who is he? She looks a little uncomfortable. Well, I'm partly to blame for that.
Are you stalking me, Mark?
Pot? Meet kettle. Okay, wait, let me start over. What I'm getting at is, what's your family like? Myra ponders for a moment. Is that really the kind of question you need to think about? Or what kind of house do you live in? Where do you live, for that matter? Do you have any siblings then? What school do you go to?
Mark, why do you want to know all of this?
Again. Okay, time for plan B. Well, then let me just tell you outright. I have virtually no idea who you are, and yet you seem to know me pretty well. Isn't that odd?
I guess.
Then let me put it this way. I figured that in order for us to continue seeing each other and for me to help you, I should try and get to know you better. It would make it easier for you to find what you're searching for. For us to regain our lost time is what I was thinking, but...
Oh, I see. Sorry, it's just that I was warned by my parents to be wary of strangers.
Strangers. If we're strangers, then how did you know my name before we met? Jackpot.
I wonder.
Or not.
That'll be my little secret.
One of many.
By the way, you live with your sister, right?
Rin? Yeah, I've been taking care of her because our parents spend a lot of time at work. Although sometimes it's the other way around.
Sometimes you spend a lot of time at work.
You know what I mean.
I'm kidding. And hey, it must be nice to have such a caring sibling.
I smirk as I remember the plethora of threats and special attacks she's come up with over the years. It's not as nice as you think. Sure, she can cook and do household chores, but when you have to explain to your teacher why your sister should have been in class yelling, "Look, Oni-chan, my friend taught me how to do the God finger," it can be quite the hassle. Myra chuckles at my misery. Well, I guess it's pretty funny in retrospect.
Still, she cares about you. You should be happy.
That smile is almost enough to make me forget my original mission. Almost. Why do you say that? Are you an only child, Myra?
Sort of, I guess.
Do you know what a yes/no question is?
Well, it's a complicated situation.
I see. How so? I wonder when she'll realize that I'm more patient than her.
Well, you see, my family isn't an ordinary family. We're different. But not so different that we're not ordinary, you know?
No, I don't.
To put it simply, it's like walking home from school and having to decide between going to your small 2-bedroom apartment where your parents treat you kindly, or your uncle's mansion filled with books and electronics and everything else except that you'd be all by yourself. Kinda like that, except different because I don't really have an uncle and my parents don't live in a 2-bedroom apartment.
That's what you call putting it simply? So basically, I tried to summarize your stories so far, and I realized that I haven't learned a single thing other than where to go for free books.
Confused? Don't worry, a lot of people have trouble understanding me at first.
I wonder whose fault that is.
There's no rush though, we got our whole lives ahead of us.
She teases a smile out of me, but I admit defeat. But if I ever want to talk to you, what should I do? I mean, walking all the way to school at night is kind of impractical. Do you have a cell phone or anything?
Don't worry about it. Contacting you will be my job. It's what I do best.
Stalking me is what you do best.
Don't make it sound like a crime.
I won't even bother. But really? Is there anything that you want from me? Our eyes meet and I see something. I was mistaken the other night. This girl isn't angelic or ghostly at all. She's very, very human.
I don't want anything specific from you or anything tangible. I'm just happy that we can finally be together.
But is there anything that you wish for?
Maybe.
She bites her tongue, deep in thought.
All I really want is for things to stay the way they are. I'm happy.
If that's the case, I'll do my best to help you fulfill your wish. I promise.
Thank you. It was nice talking to you, Mark.
It was a pleasure indeed. Mind giving me a little warning before you show up next time?
Just leave it to me.
Well, sorry, this might be important. I reach into my pocket and look down at the display. In the corner of my eye, a squirrel darts up a tree. It's from Rin. They're probably wondering where I am. Hey, Myra?